hallway, boots by the door for one to stay home. Counter's finally empty, phone on silent, radio on low. You've carried strangers midnights, stayed till every siren faded out. Today you're bored in sunshine, leaving all that weight on the dock for now. Helping hands for cruising puts the heroes on the waves. First to run into the fire, now you're sailing toward a change. From the station, from the front line, to an ocean-colored view, helping hands for cruising helps the world say thank you to you. Salt air on your shoulder, coffee and a sunrise split the sky. Laugh lines getting deeper, talking like you finally got time. Old scars, quiet stories start to loosen up around the rail. You remember how to breathe again with every gentle roll of the tailwind trail. Helping hands for cruising puts the heroes on the waves. First to run into the fire, now you're sailing toward a change. From the station, from the front line, to an ocean-colored view, helping hands for cruising helps the world say thank you to you. For every night she never slept, every vow you always kept. This is more than just a trip, it's a little grace, a lifted grip. See the water, feel it through, even heavy hearts can move. Oh, you're helping hands for cruising, puts the heroes on the waves. First to run into the fire, now you're sailing toward a change. From the noise and from the sirens, to an endless sky of blue, helping hands for cruising helps the world say thank you to you. Yeah, helping hands for cruising. This time the healing comes to you.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Helping Hands for Cruising Dreams in Motion Spring Fling 2026. Now, past Dreams in Motions cruise-a-thons, I've done giveaways, draws, etc. I'm not doing that tonight. Tonight, I am appealing to your heart. As the song said, and we've already talked about, we have a Heroes Cruise coming up in 2028. We would like to put several recipients on this cruise, but we can't do it without your help. And according to the 2021 census data, there's roughly 461,240 veterans in Canada. 1.5% of the population is 18 plus. 41.8% of the population is 65 or older. Of that, 5.2% identify as Indigenous. Some key statistics, and I will get to U.S. statistics as well. Approximately 32% of Canadian veterans are in the 25 to 54 age category. Only 41.8% are over 65. Women make up a significant portion. And then looking at the U.S. veteran population, it's about 18.5 million. Post 9/11 making up 28.1% of that group. Less than 0.5% of the 16.5 million who served in World War II are still alive. Health in the U.S., 15% of post-Iraq compared to 2% of World War II in Korea has issues. 14.8 million of U.S. vets suffer from a disability, and only 5.4 million receive service-connected benefits. If you don't think somebody that's gone through all that doesn't deserve to go on a cruise, to get away and not have to deal with that, I know they're all suffering from PTSD. What they've seen, some of us can't imagine the horrors they've seen. And that goes on to first responders, police, firefighters, paramedics. I'll say the nurses and doctors too, but consider those frontline first responders that are going out to accidents, and I'm going to step aside and say people that have been unalived by others or unalived by themselves, because they are dealing with all that. And I have friends that are first responders. I have friends and family that have been in the military that are dealing with PTSD and depression and anxiety and many other mental health problems because of 80% of them encounter traumatic events on their job. Let's say the statistic was 12 to 23% of first responders develop PTSD in their lifetime, which is an average of 1 in 3. So if you know anybody that's a first responder, anybody that is been in the military and is a veteran, or a family that has lost their son or daughter or spouse, they deserve to go on a cruise as well. So if you can think of any of those people and you think they deserve to go on a cruise, send me an email. I will actually, right now, for a few minutes. Nope, I didn't put it in there. So it's michaelann.liaison@helpinghandsforcruising.org. You can go to the website at helpinghandsforcruising.org and click the link in there to nominate them. But it starts with that, but also we need you guys to help us out. And if you can't donate, pass the information along. If you know a company or somebody else that may want to sponsor a recipient, even if they don't want to become a whole sponsor for Helping Hands, if they want to sponsor a recipient to go on a cruise, they can make a donation or get a hold of us, and there is different sponsorships available that, they will get something in return, whether there's recognition or other little perks just for sponsoring. It doesn't have to be huge, but the more we can put on a cruise, the better. And I know there have been some people that have reached out. We'll have to wait and see. Things are still in the process. Chris says it takes about $4,000 to $5,000 for a recipient to be on a cruise, depending on where they're located. You're still going to pay the cruise fare, and we pay the cruise fare. We pay their transportation to the port. But if they're closer to the port, it may not cost as much. If they're farther away across the country, it's going to cost a little more for the flights. We put them up in a hotel for the night before and the night after. They're giving a little bit of spending money for the cruise so that they can, buy some souvenirs, or they can get a specialty dinner, or go on a special excursion. So if every little bit helps. If you can only give $10 for now, or maybe you can give $10 a month. You can do that in the Zeppi. Or $5 a month. Cut out that one special coffee a week or a month, and put that money on a Zeppi. And like, how many people out there? How many of you know somebody that has been through the trauma of being a first responder, or a veteran, or a lost Gold Star that have lost somebody? I've looked at so many friends of my kids that have dual citizenship. They've been raised in Canada here, but had dual citizenship, and signed up for a tour with the U.S. Marines. There's at least 3 of my youngest son's friends, and one of those, the dad had been a Marine, and every one of the kids have been a Marine. I would love to nominate them to go on a cruise, but they've already been on a cruise, so they can't go. Anyhow, moving right along, we've had some past recipients. The latest one was Gabby, who's right behind my head. Over on this side, we have Scott and Amber Hicks, who are on the Carnival Pride, and James and Cindy Catnese, who are also on the Carnival Pride. Then behind me, I'll have to move for a second. There's Kenny and Dan. And if I look over on this, nope, this way. There's Roxy. Those have been our recipients so far. Oh, speaking of recipients, I have one in the basement. We've talked to a few tonight. I've talked to Dan, talked to Kenny. There's Roxy.
Hello.
And Roxy was on the Put a Lime in It group cruise hosted by Amethyst Haze Adventures, Amy. It was an intimate group. It was 9 of us.
9, and I loved it.
We went on the Carnival Breeze out of Galveston for 5 days. Where'd we go, Roxy?
Let's see, we went in Cozumel. I can't remember. Progresso, Cozumel, and
just those 2.
I thought we went to a third port.
Nope. We had a sea day. We had 2 sea days.
Right.
Cozumel,
2 sea days, yeah.
Progresso, and then another sea day going back home. That ship hauled butt going home.
Yeah, because we got there early.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got woke up in the middle of the night the last night, and I said, "What's all these lights?" And I look out, I see the port. I said, "Oh, we're here early."
Yeah, I woke up to do, the usual bathroom trip, and it's like, what are those lights out there?
Yeah,
And I think at that point it was almost 5 in the morning, and I'm like, what are those lights out there? And we were in port. Because I got
yeah.
some nice pictures and video of the sunrise with over at the Galveston port with us, and then the Carnival Jubilee was in ahead of us.
Yeah. But Cozumel, I like out of the ports we went to on that ship.
No, that was interesting. I wish that had been a little bit longer. That's my only wish, because we did do a group of us. 7 of us went to Nachi like beach club.
It was an interesting beach club.
It was interesting. It was all right. It's like I haven't experienced a beach club, so other than when I went to, well, not even then, when I went to Cuba, but it was a nice beach. It was a little difficult for us shorter people because with Hurricane Milton came in the week before, and some of the beach was kind of washed away, so there was like a 3-foot drop from one level.
3 to 2 foot drop, depending on where you went down at. Yeah.
To get down to the beach, to get to the water, and then coming back.
And when you're only 4'9" and the drop off is half as tall as you are, you're going, help.
Well, you got some help from a good-looking guy.
Yeah, I fell in the ocean because the waves were so strong that day. And I said, he's so good looking. And on the bank, his wife's going, "Thank you, honey, for helping her." And I'm going, "Oh, you're married."
Well, he was pretty nice. You're kind of reach. He goes,
But it was fun.
Can I give you a help up? And he goes, "I'm just going to reach under your arms here." And up she goes.
Yeah. Well, Michael Ann knew how to do all that, but the waves were so strong, she couldn't even do it. So I said, "Oh, well."
He was
Yeah,
strong.
I'm a party girl.
Oh, she was. Holy smokes. We thought she was party girl on the Encore. She never stopped on the breeze. She was up there dancing all the time.
I love it. I mean, I'm not going to go on a cruise like some of these friends of mine do, and they hide in their room, or they don't go to anything but the bar and sit there. And I got to have fun. I can sit at home in my room all day long. On a cruise, go out and have fun.
Yeah. You went and tried out the casino?
Yeah, I tried the casino. Did okay in there.
Yeah, she bought me a
Brought
drink.
back what I took, so that's not bad.
She got a couple of drink things from the casino, wasn't it?
A couple what?
The little drink voucher things.
Yeah, no, I got one voucher for having a problem with my room.
Oh, that was guest services one. I forgot.
Yeah, that was a guest services one. Then I got another one from, I think 2 from guest services.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't get my Wi-Fi to work. And anytime you went on Carnival, I don't know if they do it now, but anytime you go with a problem to say they're sorry, they hand you a drink voucher. Yeah, so we had a couple of times had to fix the Wi-Fi because it kept not working right.
I unplugged one there. I wasn't paying. Well, I wasn't paying for Wi-Fi. Amy had the Wi-Fi because she needed it to be in communication with work. So if an emergency arose and I needed to get a hold of back home through Wi-Fi, she probably would have let me. I cruised with her twice, and that was kind of the understanding. If for some reason I needed to get a hold of back home through Wi-Fi, I could, but I never did. I disconnected. I messaged my kids before I got on the cruise. I was saying, we're leaving to go to the port, And when I got back to the hotel after the cruise, I said, okay, I'm back safely. I'll message you when I get back, fly back home.
Yeah. I had Wi-Fi and it kept messing up, but what can you do when you're out in the ocean, you know?
Well, I'll say even some of the bigger channels that get the Wi-Fi, even they have glitches and stuff. So it is what it is. What was your favorite port? You said
Cozumel. For
Cozumel.
that one, it was Cozumel. I love, because I like that when you got out the port, it looked like you were going into an outdoor shopping mall. You know, like a nice downtown outdoor shopping mall, not indoor, but it was really nice. And they were not really saying buy this and buy that. They were just so nice. You know, some of the ports I've been to since then, it's like, here, take this. You know, buy this. But that one was nice. And the prices were not that expensive either.
Now, that's the only thing is I wish we had a little bit more time after we got back from Nachikokum to shop around.
We saw everything, but we were rushed because we wanted to make sure we were not going to be a pure runner.
Welcome
Hey,
in,
Cam.
Cam.
Yeah. But Helping Hands for Cruising got me hooked. I've been on 4 cruises.
More than me.
Going on, huh?
You've been on more than me.
Yep, and I've got a 5th one booked going out February the 14th out of Dallas.
Wow. They're following you. Oh, we got Danny. We got Scotty. We got the campaign. We've got Kenny. We got Crystal. And we've got Chris. And back here, I did see the Down Under Cruisers. Start to show $15. That's a start. Thank you to whoever donated. Anybody that wants to donate. Oh, did I just see Marjorie too? Oh, hi, Marjorie. Anybody that's interested in donating, they have the QR code right here, or the link is in the description. And if Kenny or Danny want to grab it and put it in the chat, I'll pin it to the top. I forgot to do that. If you're able to, if not, I can go back and find it. I was doing a lot of this stuff in the last, in between lives there. Well, Kenny was trying to go, oh yeah, I forgot that. Oh, I forgot this. Redid this thumbnail to make background picture so I can put the QR code up. And just remember, you donate through Zeffy, you get a tax receipt right away.
I got one last year, but I forgot to get my tax receipt, you know, pull it off and get my tax receipt for my taxes. I said, oh, well, you know, it went to a good cause either way.
Yeah, they emailed me one, but Canada, I don't think recognizes it. So, oh well. I tried. Not that it makes any difference on my taxes, anyways. I don't get returns at this, or refunds at this point in time. So, as long as I'm not paying, I don't care.
Yeah, you're helping a good cause. If you can't afford but $5, and there is a little bit of fee to go through Zeffy, but it's not that much of a fee. I think it's like
Zeffy,
50 cents per dollar.
I believe Zeffy covers the fee, or it's included in there. I can't remember
I got a little extra charge. It was like $10.50 something cents. I think it was, but I did a $10 donation last time.
No, did that work?
Yeah, but I'm looking to go on another cruise. I want to book one for Christmas somewhere. And I'm looking at the MSC Grandiosus again. That was one of the
Oh,
best ships I've been on.
yeah, I've only been on 2 cruise lines. You've been on 4?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Carnival, Disney,
Mm-hmm.
NCL, and MSC.
MSC. Yeah.
And what's your next one?
My next one that I've actually got booked, February 14th, 27, going out of Texas.
On what?
It's Carnival. I
Carnival?
wanted it. I did. Yeah, I like Carnival, but I don't like Carnival because they don't have solo cruising. But it was about $400 off, and friends are going on it. And I said, well, I'll go this time, but I'd really rather do cheaper fares. You know, for one person, that's a lot of money. So I'm hoping to find cheaper and cheaper fares.
Yeah.
Now, I did find one if I wanted to take it coming from Barcelona to Miami. And it was like $700 or $600. And it was on MSC going on the Grandiosus. But I said, if I get the solo pricing, you know, they don't do it half price, but they do a couple $100 off. And I'll take a little bit off instead of having to pay double.
So are you going with Scotty J?
Yeah, I'm going with Scotty J and Jeremy. Yeah.
You got to meet Jeremy before your first cruise.
Yeah, I've already met Jeremy. Wonderful guy. Yep, and I get to meet Scotty J in February, unless they may come towards Atlanta in July. They're not sure yet. May come for the weekend.
I was seeing today that Galveston is getting another Carnival ship in 2028. They're getting the new one, the Festival. So I seen that today. I was like, that's cool. They're going to really shake things up because they're going to give some new. The Horizon's supposed to be going there in a year, and they're getting the Festival and getting some other ones moving around. Going to give the Cam Fam and a lot of them. Yeah, I was about to take over. You're right. I didn't mind Galveston. My favorite has been to Miami to cruise out of, but even it's got kind of busy, so I didn't mind Galveston. We went down. Oh, you come in the day before, but it was 4 or 5 of us that went down about 4 days before, and we got an Airbnb.
Mm-hmm.
We were like 2 blocks to walk to the beach. We're up over in Pirate Beach, just part of Galveston there, and then we went go into Galveston. We drove by the cruise port and seen the Jubilee up close. It was a few days before. Walked down by the pier. We weren't paying to walk on the pier to Pleasure Pier. Galveston's favorite port. New Orleans' is second favorite. Oh, and we discovered there was a restaurant, Way West Bar and Grill, or grill and pizzeria or something. It was so good, and we had the meet up there, but like they got a Caesar salad and they were piled this high, and the nachos were piled this high. V and I split a pizza, and it was gluten-free pizzas. Their other pizzas were gluten-free. We split it, and like we each ate a quarter that night, and then had the other quarter each for breakfast the next day, and it was so good. You wouldn't even know it was gluten-free. You don't have to drive. You can walk. Oh, the ferry? Maybe if and when I get down there again. I don't plan on another cruise until 2028 on the Heroes cruise. I've always watched for dolphins and I never see them. But I've seen videos of people going to the same port going, oh, look at there's dolphins. And I went, I didn't see any dolphins.
Yeah, we were on the breeze, someone was hollering, there's dolphins. I didn't see any.
I didn't see any either. The only dolphins I've seen in real life is when I went to Cuba. And I went to a dolphinarium and got to have an interaction with a dolphin. I didn't swim with the dolphins. I wasn't paying that much. But I have a picture. I don't know where I put it. I moved things around in my room. So, but it was an interesting experience. I can say I've seen dolphins. I touched a dolphin. Who knows? Maybe on the next cruise I'll do an excursion. Do something where I can interact with sea life.
Yeah. Two of the cruises I've been on have had a medical evacuation. One of them I knew the medical evacuation person, and the other one, middle of the night, the captain comes over and that they had to stop the ship and evacuate somebody. So I said, okay. So that didn't put us behind. We still got to the port plenty of time the next morning.
That's good.
Yeah, but you're seeing more and more. Just about every ship has at least one evacuation every time I've heard.
I don't know. I've only experienced the one. What was your what's been your favorite food on the ships?
Well, Carnival melting cake, or what is it called? Meltings, that's called?
The Carnival chocolate cake?
Yeah, the melting cake. Yeah, I like that. I like the teppanyaki grill.
That was good.
On the MS NCL. Now I like the teppanyaki grill that was on MSC, but they don't have any. They have one sauce. They have the teriyaki. They have the soy sauce and look like teriyaki or something they make. But there's no white sauce and there's no brown the mustard sauce like on the other ship. I said that was the only downfall. They needed the white sauce.
I never dipped it in anything in the sauce. I just ate it.
I did. I love the white sauce on any teppanyaki place.
Next time I'll have to try it. Because
if you want to know what my worst food was, that was the barbecue on NCL. I got sick from it, but I didn't care for it at all.
I didn't get sick on it, but it wasn't my favorite of the specialty dinings we experienced. And pretty much anything I had in the main dining rooms has been pretty good. I would have to say on NCL I've had the best French onion soup, but like I've been looking because my son has tried to make it and it's all right, but it wasn't my favorite. And I've been looking for good French onion soup to try a good French onion soup because anything I've tried all along has been eh. And I had one. I think I had it at Cagney's. Was the first one I had. I had it twice on the Encore, and they make a decent French onion soup. Because I know I tried it on the Horizon, and the cheese was on the top, the bread was on the bottom, and there was no onions in the soup. It was all broth. So that one was a disappointment. But the one I had on NCL was so good.
Now, I like French onion soup, but the onions don't like me, so I like the broth.
You could have had the one I had on the Carnival.
Yeah.
I did like the first cruise I went on the Horizon. I decided on that one I was gonna try new foods. I wild boar sliders, alligator beignets. What else did I try? There was about 3 or 4 different things I tried, and I thought, oh, not bad. Now, I didn't try escargot because I've tried escargot before, and I'm not a fan, and I'm not giving it another chance.
Kenny and I were eating one night. I found him by accident and helped him get his food, and he said, "I wish I had some escargot." I said, "You can keep it."
No,
it wasn't in the dining room.
On NCL, one thing I did try new, it was in the buffet, was they had the Indian section, and I tried chicken vindaloo and aloo gobi, which I have tried making since at home, and it was not bad. It was close to what we had there. And there was another one. I can't remember. It was another vegetable one. But it's like, I had worked for a doctor that was East Indian, and I hadn't tried maybe a couple things. Like their family made samosas, delicious samosas, and they were spicy. One time went to his sister's. We were going to a conference in London, and I had naan. I like naan bread. It was a garlic naan. It was really good. But she put something in that was like scrambled eggs, put something in there, and whoa, that was spicy. I was like eating that, drinking water, and eating some more naan, and have a bite. I'm open to trying more new things. And that, that gives the recipient to try new things. Yeah, you heard escargot, Kenny, and you could have it all. I'm not a fan of snails. I'm not a fan of most fish things. I do try the odd thing, but
nope, not for me.
And like when I was on Carnival, I wasn't a big fan of buffet. It was more the main dining room. Whereas when we were on NCL, I really enjoyed the buffet. It was a garden cafe.
Mm-hmm.
There was lots of space, and then there was seating down both sides and up around the bow of the ship. There was plenty of seating, like anytime we went.
Yeah, there were lots of room to get around the buffet compared to some you have barely enough room for if you got a handicap cart going through, and you couldn't get another person because they were not wide enough.
The only thing I wish on the cruise ships and any ones I've been on so far, it'd be nice if they gave you a little tray. Not a huge, doesn't have to be a huge tray, a little tray. Big enough to put like your plate, maybe some silverware, your cup, rather than trying to juggle everything or making a trip to the table, set that down and have to wait for, hopefully somebody from your party's sitting down. It's like, I'll be right back. I'm just going to grab a drink or,
Yeah, some of the trays they give you, you don't have room to put everything.
No, any of the cruises I've been on, it's like, here, you got your plate. Now, how am I going to carry this? Or I'm going to have to eat this, then come back and get some more, It's been an interesting experience so far. I am hooked. Going on the first one got me hooked.
Mm-hmm.
I do love to travel. Whether it be by 4 wheels or sailing on a ship.
Yep.
I got lots of things on my bucket list, but right now the big one is 2028. And then I just can't wait until when I looked it up, it's like about, what they say, 18 to 24 months ahead. They'll give you the, hey, cruise tubers, welcome in. About 18 to 24 months ahead, they'll give you the itinerary. And what I've seen is usually around 24 months. So hopefully, I'm hoping maybe by August that we get an idea what the itinerary is going to be. We know it's going to be NCL. We know we're planning to get one out of Port Canaveral. So hopefully because I got reasons. I can't reveal reasons yet, but I'm really looking forward to that. Thank you for your support, Kenny, for sharing us out. Like I said, we're here to raise some funds. The Zeffy link is here, or it's in the description, or pinned to the top of the chat. We're looking to put several recipients on a cruise. Roxy was one of our recipients. Third?
Fourth. Yeah. I was supposed to be the third, but then the person doing the cruise, I was going to go back to something happened, so I ended up being the fourth.
The first one was Kenny, but then we had two couples on the second cruise, and you were on the third cruise.
Yeah, I was on the third cruise. Yeah,
and
I'd do it all over again.
In 2028, we would like to put several first responders or veterans or Gold Star veterans or disabled veterans. We're looking at those heroes that are, they've given their all, and we can give back. So, you can, make a one-time donation of whatever you can afford. You can make a monthly donation if it's easier to spread it out over the year, or you can make a quarterly donation now.
Yeah.
You want, if you want to donate $100, but you don't have it all right now, split it out $25 quarterly or $10 a month. Every bit helps.
Yeah.
We don't put any expenses on you guys. Right?
Yeah, but a lot of people say I can't afford to give. Well, if you can afford to go get that $10 cup of coffee, take 5 minutes at home and make you a cup of coffee and save that $10. Put it to us.
Like recipients, we don't ask them to put out any money.
No, they don't.
The only money they put out is any extra spending money over what we give them. If they want anything over and above that, like they want to go with.
If whatever amount they give the person, if they want to buy a souvenir on the ship with it, you've got it there. But if you're out walking about off the cruise ship, you want to buy, some chocolate or a magnet or a pen or something, you've got to have a little bit extra spending money. But if you go to the right places, it's not that expensive.
We give you guys we give them, each recipient, a set amount, an onboard credit they can spend for everything they want on the ship. Now, going out in the ports and that, they want to spend money, they can bring a little extra. We usually try to give them lots of notice ahead when it's coming up, so if they want to save a little extra. A lot of our recipients most of our recipients, if not all so far, have been, all have been in the U.S., so U.S. dollars is accepted in pretty much all these islands. So.
Yeah. And I would say one thing, when you go to some of the islands and you're handing them cash, they try to give you money back in their currency. Tell them, no, you want your money. You want U.S. money because you gave them U.S. money. You don't know if they're going to cheat you or not unless you're an expert at money counting from another country. You don't know didn't know the exchange rate. And one of the places I went to, she said, well, I'll give you, it was, I don't forget where I was at, but I'll give you our money. I said, I want U.S. money. If you've got it, if not, you can take the candy back and I'll, go somewhere else. She gave me U.S. money.
And the safer thing to do if you're going shopping around the port too is to have smaller bills. You don't want to pull out a $50 or $100 bill. If you got fives and tens, then if something's only $5 and you pull out a 20 and they're going, well, actually that one is $7 or $10. No,
take small change.
Hello, Chris. How are you doing? Welcome in. Well, every little bit helps.
Yeah.
If we got 1,000 people donate $1, that's $1,000. We get the 11 people are in here donate $1. It's $11 more. And actually, I come up with an idea to raise some money this summer. I'm looking around.
Yeah.
My room.
I don't know if your voice is cutting out for everybody else, but it's cutting out for me.
Oh, sorry.
You're freezing. Yep.
My
your
internet
computer's freezing and you're cutting out.
Well, it might be you.
Unless it's me at the hotel.
I glitched once already, but no, so they're looking around my room.
It might be me.
And I've got bins of stuff downstairs, and I think I'm gonna have a yard sale, maybe around my birthday or something, and give most, if not all of it, to Helping Hands. That will be my donation. Like, it clears out stuff I don't need, and I have the Zeppi link. People could want to pay me in cash, or I can say, okay, click on the Zeppi link and show me making the donation right now, and then I'll give them the product or whatever. Simple things like that. And if you want to do something like that, contact Helping Hands, and we can help set up a Zeppi link for you to use to raise money if you want to do a yard sale, or you want to do a bake sale, or you want to. I'm working on that walking challenge, and I'm setting a goal for 5K, but I think I might be setting it higher. So I might not do the whole 10K at once, but when I did that live a week ago, I did almost 4K just walking here to that park, around the park, and back home again. So I think I can do at least 5K to 10K, and maybe get some people to, challenge, donate. We'll see. I haven't quite worked out the logistics of that one, but sponsor me so much for every K I can walk. I'll set it up and do a live with a gimbal, so I'm not making people seasick. But it's an easy way to clear out some stuff here that I've been given or that I've been hoarding. And I'll even advertise when I put stuff out front here. I'll even advertise with the sign, the Zeppi link, whatever. I'll put the QR code on bring it, load up, put on a poster board or something. Say, you can click on that, show me you making the transaction. Here, take this. I was watching a video earlier today, and I know this guy does the storage auctions, and he donates everything. He gets the stuff, but twice a year he has a humongous yard sale, and people come from all over now, and everything he raises he donates to buying Christmas presents for children that are in need. So I thought, well, that's cool. I could do a yard sale, get rid of stuff, and donate it to Helping Hands. Because I know some special people out there that deserve a cruise, and I want to make it. I may want to make it a reality for them. Keeping my fingers crossed. Anybody else have any ideas of raising? I don't know.
Oh, Destination Light, $100. Thanks to you all. So that's what we're raised tonight, or is that?
I don't know. I don't know
if they're giving 100, or is that what we raised so far today? I don't know, but dig in your pocket as deep as you can. Oh, that, yep, was their donation. Okay, they said Cruising TV said that was our donation.
Well, thank you, Greg. Appreciated.
Yeah, but I've got to
Very
get
much
off because I'm at a
appreciated.
convention. Yeah, so I came on
Yes.
for a few, much as I could, but I'm videographer or whatever, YouTuber this weekend so most of my stuff is going to TikTok this weekend. I'm getting more hits over there. So you'll find me on TikTok and YouTube. So y'all donate as much as you can. Put
Thank you
someone
for
else
coming.
on a cruise.
Thank you for coming
I
in,
loved
Roxy.
it.
You're busy. That's
Yeah,
the third recipient we've got to talk to
I am
tonight.
busy.
You have been. I
Yeah, it
haven't
was
heard
nice
much.
being here. Y'all do what?
Have a good. I haven't heard a lot from you lately, so I was beginning to worry of you and a couple other people I know. It's like, are they okay? Maybe, but I know you're busy.
Yeah, I'm doing great. But good night, everybody.
Night, Roxy. Thank you. Well, that was nice to have her up. She didn't know whether she was going to make it or not, but it was nice that she took the time to come up and tell us about her experience. Like, we know we got her hooked on cruising. I think it's the only problem, I think, with helping hands. We put these people on a cruise and then we get them addicted. Because I think pretty much all of our recipients so far, up until this year, two are still kind of fresh, but uh, every recipient we've done so far has at least cruised once since their inaugural cruise. So I think we created an addiction. But it's a pleasant addiction to have. I went on Kenny's. I thought that was going to be a one-time thing, and I went on that cruise, and it was like, wow, I love this. This is cool. You get to the big thing is getting to the port. You get on the port, you get on the ship, and you don't have to do anything else. Right? That's true, Greg. Because HHE opens their eyes to a whole new world. I know that a lot of them, maybe they've only been in their own community, or maybe a little bit outside them. But like Kenny had never seen the ocean, never been to the beach. Little Kingsport, Tennessee. We put them on a ship. You get on the ship. You don't have to do anything. There's food. There's entertainment. And it takes you to the next place, and you can get off and you go look around at, what all these different things. Aruba, Bonaire, the Dominican we went to La Romana and Amber Cove, and see all these different things he never got to experience before. Roxy too, like she'd only been from around Georgia. I think she went somewhere in Tennessee, I think was what she told me. And we flew her to Galveston, put her on the breeze. She got to go to a couple ports in Mexico, experience different stuff there, and now she's hooked on it. These guys, Amber and Scott and James and Cindy, they got to go to Belize, Honduras, Cozumel, and Grand Cayman. I wasn't there to see what their experience was. And then Dan, he hadn't been very far. He had been across, he was right near the border. He had been across the border into Mexico to take somebody to an appointment or something down there and back again. That was his experience of travel. We put him on a cruise out in the ocean. He loved the water, and he got to experience Grand Cayman, Belize, and Honduras. I know some other people that, would love to go on a cruise. I know some people I would love to put on a cruise, but I can't because they're family. Who knows? Maybe someday somebody will nominate them, but I can't do it. I know my cousin I talk about that goes to Nunavut. Her brother and his wife have just got hooked on cruising. They've been on Disney, and I think Celebrity's been their choice, but that's them. But they've had a new experience, and they like cruising. They've taken his dad and stepmom. They've taken their son and daughter-in-law. But I am looking forward to 2028 and putting some heroes, some true hardworking heroes. And I'm not saying no, everybody else isn't hardworking. People that have experienced the things that we can't even imagine. Put them on a cruise ship. Let them get away from the hustle and bustle of everyday life and just be able to relax. Looking over here. Am I on the right? Oh, there it is. Sorry, I was just looking for my clock. No, I'm just... there's veterans that I would love to put on a cruise, but like I said, they're family. And my son's friends I don't know enough about. But like I said, the whole family was in the Marines. They've already been on a cruise. And that was a really cool picture I seen on that, because at that point, the younger one, the daughter, was still in university, but the dad and the two sons were in their dress Marine garb. The mom had a really nice long dress on, and the daughter had a long red dress on, which picked up on part of the military uniform for the brothers, and it was a very sharp picture. And I know they NCL probably has veterans something or on the cruise. I know Carnival did, where they recognized the veterans and had the presentation. I was so busy on NCL, I didn't even look really at the schedule thing that on my phone, or after third day I started picking up the papers from the near guest services. So say, oh, what's going on? And still didn't get to most things. Hoping next time to actually get to see it, get those up front and look at them, and maybe get to a few more things. Now we got about a minute left, folks. It's time to head to the Down Under cruisers. They will be picking it up from here. I appreciate those that have come in. I appreciate the donations. Every little bit helps. And I look forward to cruising with all of you guys someday. All of you. Goals. I'll put that goal up on my travel bucket list over there. Now we got 1 minute left. I'm just trying to thank you all for coming in tonight. Thank you for spending your time with me. And not going out there, but if you come in here and want to hear more stuff, follow my channel as well. Thursday nights, 7 p.m. Talking about the size matter this week. It's cruise related. And what was the other thing I was going to say? You're screwed. Run it back. Run it back. It went over my head. Anyways, I think we'll mention it in the chat on Down Under Cruisers. Otherwise, head over there, folks. Thanks for everything. Love you all. We'll see you on the flip side.